Hey guys, Ian Hunt from Enough Studios, and today we're going to be doing an awesome review of Ian Huff from Ian Huff Reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing The Superior Spider-Man, My Own Worst Enemy, created by Peter Herbal from Party Boy Studios. Also directed and also casted as the character himself, which was actually really, really cool. I enjoyed it so much that I cannot stop watching. And I watched it yesterday and on the day of its release, but I never got to really see it during the premiere. And yeah, that's pretty much yeah, because I had a lot of thing going on with home and everything, and yeah, that kind of stuff. So yeah, so let's go on to it. So I want to talk about everything about it. So one, if you have not, okay, so first off, if you have not seen it, go watch it, and you gotta stop watching this film. You gotta stop watching this video because a lot of spoilers. So I'm gonna say that. Second, this film is something that people need to see, and it is like the Superior Spider-Man that we've been wanting to see. This is the second one, so this is gonna be something that people deserve to see, and I think I'm gonna love it. I think I loved it so much that I cannot stop watching. Like I've already said it before. But hey, let's get on to it. So we start off with Peter Parker. Before Superior Spider-Man happened, we get to meet Peter Parker, played by Peter Herbal, and man, his backstory was pretty hilarious and pretty cool. I gotta say, it's actually really cool. The best part about his life is that he was a filmographer. He works in filmmaking, so he's a filmmaker, which then he dropped out, and he has a girlfriend who he would cast if he ever done any filming again. So he is pretty cool, and I just like that. I just like that concept of Peter Parker, that his version of Peter Parker is like that he's a filmmaker and stuff, and he's been Spider-Man, he's been doing a lot of good stuff, and the one thing that's missing from that I watched that part from that scene is that the humor is the jokes that he makes. He sounds a little too serious when he's Peter Parker, but Superior Spider-Man is more serious, but it's just that I think it needs a little more expressional humor for Peter Parker. Just to say that, hey, like in the comics, Peter Parker is supposed to be a hilarious guy, that he's very comedic, that he never shuts up, and that it's just a part of him. It's just that he needs to be more funny, be more expressional. That that needs to put more humor to it. And the serious part is really the next part I like about it. And my gosh, it just feels great. It just looks great. And the suit they use is a PS4 suit, which I don't really I don't really mind. It just fits with Peter Parker. Now, the next part that I would talk about in the second scene, where we get to see the introduction of Otto Octavius. It would take place after the events of the first film. Now we get to see Otto Octavius' life. Now he works as Dr. Parker at Horizon Labs with Max Modell. We don't actually meet Max Modell, but more like a phone conversation with him. And it's pretty cool, actually, that his story is a lot different than that one. So, yeah, and then there wasn't really much, but hey, it's pretty great. And then there was one part, and then when he gets to Superior Spider-Man, he beats the crap out of criminals, and that's just a Superior Spider-Man way. And I just really love that because it's based off the comics, which I became a really big fan of. And like I've read 30 issues of Superior Spider-Man, and that's like It's like really really cool. And yeah, they were really intense, but I really like that. I like how intense it is. I just love the intensity of that story. And just it just shouts out like, my gosh, this is superior Spider-Man. And then my favorite part from it, I guess, is um where the where Octavius um gets into his mind machine device that gets him to meet the late Octavius, played by Eric Lutz. That dude played a great Octavius, that which I really really enjoyed. And my gosh, that was literally the legit thing ever. In that they played chess and it was really fun. So the late Octavius would just tell the new Octavius to push away MJ, like tell him to get rid of him, just get them out of his life, and that kind of thing, just to push them away, just let them go. And it is pretty cool. I really loved it. Yeah, and yeah, I just really enjoyed it. I just really enjoyed that part. I really, really do. And I mean, Peter Quill knocked it off. And what I was gonna think about, and that before the new Octavius left, he gave him one thing, that to be a better Peter, to be the Spider-Man, to let go and embrace his self, his superior, his superiority, something like that. And that's just, and that's what he did when he took out, when he killed Massacre, just like in the comic books, like Massacre in the sequel, which I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. I knew it. Like in the first reaction slash review video, I talked about it, and I'm like, yes, 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 yes. I want that. 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 Oh man, I want to see that happen. I saw it happen. It happened. The massacre. Oh man, I just love it, man. That was the best scene. Like very intense scene. I gotta say, a very dramatic, intense scene that, oh, that really freaked me, but in a cool way. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I just couldn't. I just think it's really really cool that I get to see something like that happen in live action. Oh, I love it. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. Ah, yeah. Oh, and before that, and after his visit of late Octavius, Peter tries to fight back, but not like, but more like trying to talk some sense into him, trying to convince him to get to give back his body. But Octavius refuses and remains superior Spider-Man. And but Peter would say that he would have a choice. That it's never too late. That you always have time to make the right choice. Something like that, which he chooses not to. And then we get to the scene with Peter and MJ, which Octavia, Dr. Parker, and then it was a pretty cool. I just really love that. That was something that really got my attention. That really got me so intense. I just love it. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. That was just really great. How they talked about the characters she was playing, and the other guy, and that my gosh, oh man, that was so great. Some humor, and it was great. I really love that. And so yeah, forgot. So I'm gonna forget. So, and at the end of the film, which really shocked me, is that he shaved his head. Like, oh my gosh, why would he shave his head? I mean, I, I mean, I already know why. Like, He's just a new him. That he's starting a new phase of his life. And I was like, my gosh, he's actually shaved his head. Oh man, we get to see him shave his head. Like not bald, like short hair, because he is now the new version of himself. And that the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is no more. That he's now the superior Spider-Man. And I just love where that's coming. So at the end credit, that a villain is gonna happen in the next film, and is that villain is the Spider Slayer, Alistair Smythe. I mean, I saw that happening, and when I figured something might happen, another villain might pop up somehow. I mean, Massacre, I knew was gonna happen, but Smythe, I was shocked to see that happen. Oh my gosh. Like he's gonna be the next villain in the sequel in the next movie. Superior Spider-Man film in the Superior Spider-Man franchise. Oh my gosh. I think it's gonna be really cool. And ooh, I think it's gonna be great. I think they're gonna do the character like how it's supposed to be, and oh my gosh, I really loved it. And yeah, I mean, that's just pretty much the whole thing. So the part from where um, Octavius was pointing on his device, we would just see a lot of really cool effect of Pierre's flashback, some of Pierre's memory, and the part I forgot to say about is that Octavius is trying to figure out how he does what Peter does, how Peter always has a double life, how he figures to make things right sometimes, how his spider life is somewhat perfect, figuring out it may not be that perfect. It's just that he's just figuring it out, and we get to hear some voices of Sean Bickermer, who I think is here, who is which he voiced Harry Osborn or something, which I think it's gonna be really cool because I think he'll be saved as the Goblin in the near future, somehow. And I just love that. I just think it's really cool, and hopefully something good will come with that. I'm really looking forward with this, and hopefully something good comes um, with this. And I can't wait to see the third Superior Spider-Man film after the Spectacular Spider-Verse. And yeah, and, and I felt bad not making a review video about the other films, like the King Parker Scarlet Spider fan film, which I actually did, which I actually posted on my community post. If you have not read it, please go read it. And if you want me to make a video about it, I'll make a video about it. And lately, in one of my reaction videos, I had a comment asking about the trailer for Spider-Man Mythos, my Spider-Man series. The question was, when do we expect the first trailer of Spider-Man Mythos? Um, so here's the answer. So the answer is no. There isn't going to be one for Spider-Man Mythos, and here's why. After after the writing was completely successful, um, it's just I didn't get the costumes and props and everything, and I didn't get the equipment, which I should have somehow, but I didn't. I I didn't schedule, so production was delayed, and I was stuck to trying to do whatever I can to make it happen. I wish, but I realized I had to take time, so I decided to delay the production of my film. So I decided, and then And then another reason Spider-Man Mythos, um, another reason why Mythos might not happen, that looking at the script and the series, I realized that the series doesn't really make sense. I know it's hard to say it, hard to believe it, but it's true. The writing doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a clone story, but that's already been used. That's already a thing in Spider-Man Dead No More, and I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to take that from other fan films because I feel like I'm kind of copying it, but trying to make it my version. So I'm just gonna avoid. I'm trying to avoid that idea of Mythos. And if I were to make Spider-Man Mythos its own story, I had to start back to basics. I had to go back to basics. I had to go back to quality and make it right. So I'm doing a retold version. So I'm gonna be doing a rewrite and make it a movie instead. So instead of calling Spider-Man Mythos, I'm going back to doing a sequel again for Dream of a Hero, which is going to be a lot cooler and it's going to be a lot different. I can't tell you the title yet, but it is a really, really good one. And I think it's something that people should be excited about. And I think it's going to be something that people are wanting to watch. It's something that people are going to love. Yeah. You know, and I can't tell you the villains who yet. So I started writing the script for it, and I did started doing storyboards with it. I'm on the third scene. Can't tell you about it yet, and I can't tell you about the film, what it's going to be about. But if I will do it, I'm going to have to do it, talk about it later. So I haven't involved that much people yet either. So I'm going to be doing a lot. It's going to be a lot of work, and I have a lot to do with my job and pretty much everything. So I'm gonna be doing this film with my own money. It's gonna be coming out of my own pocket. So I'm not gonna do any funding. I'm not gonna do any. I'm not gonna do anything like that. So I'm gonna be doing my own thing. I might not be able to, but if anyone wants to be involved, um, you're more welcome to. But the one, so since I am gonna be doing my own um, Spider-Man fan film with my own money, I guess that means I won't be able to pay anyone. So I might not be able to pay anyone. So, but if you want to join, you're more than welcome to. That's okay. I'm okay with that. So that's all I'm gonna say about it. And yeah, um, that's all I gotta say about it. That's just my little update and little announcement, sort of announcement slash update. And not only that, just like the afternoon, I decided to work on this started working on the suit. I just reworked on the torso, and it actually looks really, really good, and I really loved it, and I think it's something that you guys might enjoy. So yeah, I think you're gonna love it. It's gonna be really fun, and that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching so much. And Peter Herbal, if you're watching this, man, I hope you like my review. And if you were planning to have me in it, please, I would really love to be part of it as a either as a cameo or as some mystery villain. Or I just think if either I would play either Tiberius Stone or Phil Urich or I don't know, somewhere that would be worth fit in. And that's all I got to say about it, man. And if not, I get it. But if you're looking for a writer, I could do it. I could do the writing. I mean, I've been doing a lot of practicing with writing, and I'm actually getting really, really good at it. And I think you might be able to. I think you might like it. And so that's all I'm going to say about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you guys like, subscribe, share with friends and family, leave comments down below, and everything else. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.